Forget Proxen. They needed Ring Troll, man. The ultimate former IM jungler.
They could have had it, too.
That would have made this team perfect.
And there's an Italy first pick. Yasuo's still up, but they're apparently very confident in Toy and Toy's ability to play that, and also Mid King not playing Yasuo. He's never really been an AD or a melee player.
He always has been a big AP mage.
Yeah, he's really a lot like players like Easy who just kind of still gripping tenuously onto the Season 2 meta.
Yeah. The mid laners have been able to hold on to it probably the longest, I would say, out of any of the positions. PLL and Proxen picking up Lucian and Eve for their teams. Oh, and Tristana, okay. And probably not going to see that Soraka, like we mentioned earlier. This is 4.8, so the heavy nerfs have come in.
And the Lucian pickup, Betkyo has really only ever demonstrated a solid ability to play Lucian in Vayne. I really haven't been impressed with any of his other carries. Twitch still up, however, and we could see that Jinx Nunu combo come into play. It is really strong.
Yeah.
The reason why we don't see more of it is that it's playing Nunu in your jungle is pretty specific, and so it requires a lot of practice, but it's only really one composition that you have, and you have to ask yourself, is it actually worth the practice to put into that composition? Because you have to play very differently in terms of your turret pressure early on, fast pushing, as well as some really good objective control. So it could really change the way the team plays as a whole, but if you do it right, it's great.
Yeah. Well, there's Shyvana and Jinx locked in for Mook Secret.
I think we will be seeing Nunu, by the way.
I would not be surprised at all. MKZ, 2 picks for them now. Mid King and Betkyo. It's up to them. They've headhunted these players. What champions will they headhunt in picks and bans? They call that headhunting here in Korea, where players snipe each other off of various teams.
I call it headhunting everywhere.
That's true.
For jobs. So there we go, Jax. And possibly
maybe
Jace for Mid King. So they'd be setting up some early pressure in order to...
Oh, wow.
Yeah, okay. So this is actually not bad. And the reason why is that you want to create pressure early so that Jax can safely farm into the late game.
All right. And there it is, the Nunu pickup probably. Along with that, Leona. What do you think? Leona a good pick, or should they go for something else?
No, Leona's fine. I think maybe Morgana would be a little bit better here, but the Leona pick perfectly acceptable, and the Nunu going to be coming in as well. So I like this. This is going to create a lot of turret pressure in the mid game in favor of Mook Secret.
Yeah. And finally, the support pick coming in for MKZ. And who is Violet going to play in his first support game here on Champions? We've seen him play everything else. Time for support.
Yeah, really got his pick as well. Yeah, Morgana's still going to be a strong pick with that Lucian. And Nami, they've got some good disengage for their siege. That's fine as well.
Yep, I think Nami would be a solid pickup. And it's kind of to be expected with Thresh banned out, Leona taken already. Annie has dropped off big time. Sona, still not as popular as a pick here, so the Nami is pretty logical.
Yeah, especially because, again, they do want to hit that point where they can actually siege very early on with the Jace-Lucian combination.
Yep, there's a lock-in. So there are the rosters for Mook Secret versus MKZ. Again, a really important game for these guys. The winner goes on to the winner's match, and that means they would be just one IM #2 defeat away from making it into Champion Summer. Everyone wants to take the quick path if possible.
Yeah, this very interesting compositions. So we'll see how far PLL can get in this situation. It's up to his teammates on MKZ to group relatively early so that he can get a bunch of free farm and get into that late game Jax mode.
Yeah.
Also, the Jace pick is going to force Toy to probably itemize differently. He's not going to be able to build that fast Athenes. He's going to have to kind of awkwardly get a Seeker's Arm Guard and then build into a tier, or maybe even a Chalice after that. So not the best itemization options for Toy here, but Toy isn't going to be shoved in probably as much early on, so he probably will have an easier job farming. I'm not exactly familiar in total with this lane matchup, but with both ranged champions and not a very fast way for Mid King to clear the waves early, Toy should still be able to get that farm, and Mid King won't be able to create that much pressure. So the question is, can they control the blue buffs, get Nidalee those blues alongside Nunu, and can they fast push with Jinx? Because that's what's so scary, is if you rotate properly, there's a Blood Boil Jinx next to your tower, it's gone in a wave or two.
Yeah, it's not a healthy tower. Well, guys, here we go. MKZ versus Mook Secret on our second game of the Champion Summer Qualifiers. The game is loading up. It's time. Let's get in the game. All right, here we go. Welcome to Summoner's Rift Match 2, Mook Secret versus Mid King Jung, or Mid King is the best. We had Hoon's good day, now we have Mid King is the best, I guess.
Players all going along with this, in spite of the fact that Betkyo seems to have set this up. He paying some homage to a very old school League of Legends player here in Korea.
It's all misdirection, man. He just wants to get Mid King killed first. It's like a reality show, and Betkyo wants to eliminate Mid King. It's like, sure, buddy, we'll name the team after you. It'll be fine. Nobody will want to gank you then.
All right, well, Nunu's starting with a pink ward this game. We'll see what he actually puts down. Surprisingly, a fan here at level 1. We don't see this that frequently anymore. But nobody actually making any kind of movements towards an aggressive invade.
Well, with some of these teams that are a little bit more amateur.
Well, usually with Jinx, you're going to want a lane swap so you can actually use that minigun advantage to push down a tower and control the wave, especially because you're going to be poked out pretty aggressively early by Lucian and Nami. Not really the greatest matchup. That said, Mook Secret may be confident because it is Betkyo and he has a notoriously weak laning phase.
Makes sense. And ArcGod is just going to go ahead and throw down his pink ward right there. PLL walking right into Zest. And Zest will just have a good laugh about that.
PLL starting with Counter-Strike. And here we go, ArcGod.
There he is. Of course, getting his name from that recent Russell Crowe movie, which had both Arc and God in it. So there you go.
I still haven't seen that.
I have not seen it either. I've actually heard it was quite good.
And there we go. So, pretty easy buff for both players. Of course, Evelynn, that very fast jungler early on, so she will be having a little bit of an edge in that clearing speed. Now the poke going down. I don't know about these level 1s, especially from Mook Secret, who would have definitely benefited from that lane swap, I think.
Yeah, well, maybe that's a secret, is they're just not going to do what you expect.
Ooh.
Yeah, Mook unexpected.
Yeah, what is this secret?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we'll find out. It's certainly not picks, and it's certainly not level 1s.
Well, if they tell us, it wouldn't be a secret anymore, would it?
That's true. That's a good point. We may never know. If they don't get into Champions, the secret will be safe forever.
I don't think they want that.
Yep.
So there's the clear. Proxen on Evelynn, of course, hitting it faster than Nunu. No surprise.
Tends to do that.
Ward still just sitting around, waiting to see if there's going to be any kind of invade or play onto this Nidalee in the mid lane. Zest doing a bit of better job at trading early on right here. No surprise given the matchup.
Well, Proxen coming up towards the top lane. We'll see if they can maybe make a play onto Zest. Meanwhile, we'll play in the bot lane. A foot from ArcGod. And a lot of damage onto Violet. The Ignite taking away as well. Violet in big trouble here, and he's going to go down. Welcome to the support role.
Well, big questionable play there from MKZ's bottom lane. Yeah. That was a pretty standard level 3 gank coming in at about 3 minutes and 20 seconds. They didn't have any wards right there. That Nami had already been chunked out, so
yeah,
a little odd that they would fall for that.
It was strange. I mean, he wasn't even in position to get away with a flash as well, too, so just really too far deep. Used his Ignite on top of all that.
Yeah, maybe part of the symptom of Violet being newer to this support role.
Yeah.
Of course, a lot of AD carries have more mobility than these supports, so, and also a little bit more durable.
Well, Nami definitely one of the least mobile supports out there.
Also starting with the Spell Thief, so just really no HP, but they're coming back in.
Whoa.
Forces a flash and a heal out of Godsum.
Yeah, a little bit of damage on that bot lane, and Violet should be able to harass a little bit.
He's just delaying a recall right now.
Yep.
Now they've got Godsung alone, but they're not actually going to dive them. The way far too close to their turret right now. And Proxen going to have to look for another angle here in the jungle. There's an early teleport from Zest. Goes back, buys a chain vest.
Huh.
Double Doran's blades for PLL. Looking for that early game power spike.
I don't think he got that right. Did he get it?
No. ArcGod got it.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Or Proxen got it with the smite,
did he
actually.
get it?
Yeah,
oh,
he
okay.
did. He stole it with the smite. Sorry, I
Didn't
saw
notice
smite go down. ArcGod's was already on cooldown.
I missed the little gold thingy. It's a gold effect.
Cute little steal there, but certainly not the end of the world.
Yep. Well, Mid King putting some pretty typical pressure in Jace versus Nidalee on that mid lane. And there's the ArcGod in all of his glory. Nunu with his beautifully styled parka fur.
That's right. Puts the old hair gel in it to get the perfect amount of spikiness.
You don't put hair gel in your parka hood?
I guess I could, but I don't have a jacket like that.
I just sweep mine down like some emo haircut. Proxen coming in again. They're going to go on to Godsung. ArcGod is right there. There's a little bit of damage. Nice. Oh, actually, nice Rune Prison. Helps him get the kill onto Godsung. That was a little bit better play from Violet.
Yep, and again, pushing too far forward there. Mook Secret now making a mistake in kind, but MKZ taking advantage of the fact that all summoners were down in that lane, so pretty easy pickup on two immobile champions in Jinx and Leona. You really have to play cautiously if you're playing a Jinx Leona lane in that situation, just because if you don't have flash, you don't have much else. At least Lucian can dash.
Yeah. At least Lucian can dash. That's what you tell yourself when you give up your life as a support player and your AD carrier still is in lane. You're like, well, he can dash, right? And then he doesn't. He dies.
Truly tragic.
I've been scarred by my solo queue experiences.
The other reason why the Nunu pick is good here is because of Jax. And Nunu is such a fantastic late game pick against Jax because the snowball just messes up your passive so badly that you just don't get any attack speed anymore, and it really takes the wind out of Jax's sails. So it's a tool for you to cope with a Jax even if he gets farmed. And not only that, but after the leaf strike, if you position your ultimate right, Jax just is stuck in the mud and he can't actually get into your back line. So it's really problematic to play Jax into Nunu. So I like the pick fan base that we see from Mook Secret, actually.
Yeah, and I mean, if they can clean up some of their little lane mistakes that we've seen so far, maybe they can use that comp to play a solid mid game. Just getting a little bit of dragon control right now is MKZ. And Betkyo will be able to get maybe a little bit more farm. But Mook doing a pretty good job of kind of delaying this lane for the moment.
Judgment in the bottom lane.
Yeah.
Traded kill for kill, so not too bad. And Toy will go ahead and grab the blue buff. Mid King doing the same on his end. Got that early tier and has to start stacking it up right now. We'll see what Toy goes for next. Typically, we would see a tier here, although sometimes you see the chalice.
Yep, there's a little bit of damage, and an Aqua Prison does catch Godsung, but Koa blocking a little bit of that.
Mid King now making some moves, seeing if he
boy.
can get a snipe off.
Yeah.
Oh, nope, just going to put some wards in the jungle. He's going to run in. Ooh, this is a dangerous situation for him.
Yeah, he's got to be really careful.
Oh,
ArcGod face checking. Whoa, what? Did he just clean dodge him? I don't know if ArcGod even spotted him.
Oh, he saw him. I think he just didn't react very quickly.
I guess not, yeah.
Mid King was there with the acceleration gate.
That was kind of funny.
Betkyo and Violet just going to go ahead and freeze right here. Betkyo is starting to pull ahead in terms of CS. Surprisingly, actually, for Betkyo.
Yep. Yeti's like, hey, I think that was Jace, and Nunu's like, nah, you're just seeing things.
So Mid King has been doing a good job of dealing with Toy here, zoning him out, has a CS advantage, which is why we see that global gold advantage as well. And Zest really hasn't been able to shut down PLL very much in this top lane. It's a bit surprising that he would also have a farm lead.
Yeah. Proxen making his way down to the bot lane now. And he will be able to get in a pretty good position because they've got that pink ward in that river brush. He'll just probably turn around though. Yep, he is. Is indeed. Toy trying to push back up the lane as much as he can.
Yeah, pretty passive game so far. ArcGod now joining up just for a little bit of blood boiling, and Proxen clears out the pink ward that is on that brush.
Look out! Oh, he's okay.
Not quite going to hit it, so free pink ward right there. Arcot not able to get there fast enough to successfully defend it.
All right, yeah, they're going to go ahead and take the mini golem as well, but yeah, really passive early game. Neither one of these teams really wanting to take too many chances after those slightly early awkward engagements in the bot lane.
Well, Bekkyo's early freeze has made it very difficult for Mook's bottom lane to actually farm, especially while their flashes are down. They can afford to play a little bit more forward in the lane now that their summoner spells have all come back up.
Well, yeah, MKZ getting a nice CS lead across the board, really.
But they still have to be a little bit careful because Nami has the ult. Koa still lacking his. And I really wonder why we didn't see Mook Secret try a bit harder in order to get a lane swap down.
Hard to say, but they're paying for it now. There's some damage onto the turret. Koa, like you said, still no level 6 just yet. Probably is going to get it off this wave, though, I would imagine. Would make sense. But Proxen coming down for a possible lane gank. And yeah. Oh, no. Okay, there, he got level 6 off the very last minion. So Solar Flare is up for Koa.
Now they know there's a pink ward in the brush right there, so they are just going to ping it. Go ahead and clear it out. They're waiting for that Evelynn, so Evelynn not going to actually be able to make a play right here. But they do get eyes onto Eve. Zest opting not actually to teleport up into that top lane. Not enough minions up at top to really make it worthwhile. The wave wasn't too built up, so just going to run up and take it out instead.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But Shyvana going for Cutlass, actually.
Huh, okay.
Usually we would see a straight build into tankiness because
especially being behind a little bit too.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing too, is that Shyvana is going to be useful faster than Jax is, so building her tanky really allows you to team fight while Jax is still going to be relegated to split pushing before he gets a couple of core items. So with just a Sunfire cape on Shyvana, you can actually team fight very effectively in the mid game while Jax is still trying to scale up. So not really sure I like this decision from Zest. I think they need to be very concerned about fighting dragons with this Nunu pick and utilizing the Blood Boil Jinx to take down turrets and other objectives. So some tankiness may be serving them a little bit better.
Yeah, Mook just looks a little bit confused across the board. And did they get the ward? Yeah, they did. Okay, so MKZ taking out that pink ward. And still, both teams just kind of focusing on farming.
Well, we're about to reach ahead here because somebody needs to start sieging.
Oh, a little bit of damage. There's the ultimate gotten out of Zest.
And ult's still up for PLL as well, so he's going to feel very comfortable in this situation.
Yeah, Zest has to be a little bit careful here. He has not used his Cutlass active yet, though, so PLL can't exactly dive that.
So Mid King continues with the farm advantage also. Tyr is going to be the item for Toy. Building eventually into that Archangels and Seraph's Embrace. And now another blue buff handoff. But MKZ, they really want to start using this Jace Lucian Siege combo very similarly to what we saw IM2 doing in the last game. But
yeah, it is similar to Annie Lucian.
Nidalee Lucian.
Oh, Nidalee Lucian, right. Annie Lucian, what the? 2010 without Lucian.
So also the Nunu needs to start getting in lanes, and probably at this point, Mook can think about actually lane swapping their duo into the Jax lane alongside the Nunu just to get a Blood Boil down and trying to have Zest hold off a lane by himself.
Kind of an awkward position in the bottom lane, too. We just saw that both AD carriers have over 2,000 gold to spend, but it's kind of like the first person who goes back gives the other team Dragon, potentially.
Well, it's
so
really,
how do you decide what to do? It's
really the tower, because if that Nunu comes down to the bottom lane while Bekkyo and Violet recall, that tower's gone.
Yeah, that too.
But Bloodthirster now picked up for Godsung, and Bekkyo and Violet are now in an awkward position because they didn't recall at the same time.
Yeah.
And so, the next recall, there could be a lot of objectives taken.
Yeah, now they're behind. PLL really out-muscling Zest, too, in that top lane.
Third pink ward in that brush killed by MKZ now. And they're going to try and put some moves onto the Dragon. They know Zest is chunked out. He's low, so he's not going to have the most effective teleport. Going to try and set up in the tri-brush, but they're not actually going to get a big... They're trying to make it look like they're doing Dragon.
Yeah, trying to get a pick. Oh, there they come in with the Tidal Wave Solar Flare in response. So there's the traps coming down, and it looks like Mook should be able to escape from this. Yeah, the culling not that great. Good response by Mook Secret.
A lot of summoner spells used, though. 3 just to deal with that. Meanwhile, 0 used by MKZ. So that's actually a huge win for them.
Oh, they're going to go for the dragon off of that. And Mook Secret seeing if they can maybe stop this. Arc God coming in as well. Dragon getting a bit low, and they should be able to push MKZ off of this, I think. Mid King.
Here comes Mid King.
Coming down, but they're so low already. There's a teleport. Okay, so they will be able to secure this dragon then.
It was stopped by it wasn't stopped by Shyvana.
Now they'll get the dragon anyway. Whoa, Proxen nearly goes down to an Italy spear, but MKZ does claim the dragon, and they claim a 2,000 gold lead on top of that.
Yeah, it looked like Zest was going to be able to stop that. His ultimate may not have been quite upright yet, or they could have just decided, no, back off and take some damage on this tier 2. He's going to be doing decent damage to the tower as a result of that Cutlass. You can see he's really starting to chunk through it. And because he had a cannon minion wave right there, they may just be able to trade objective for objective.
Yeah.
And that's what they're going to do.
And one of the oldest trades in the book, the top lane turret for the dragon. How it goes a lot. And they get the bottom lane turret as well, so Mook Secret.
Because of that recall. The recall timing just not there earlier on for MKZ, so they left that Jinx alone in the lane, and this is where Mook Secret needs to start thinking about grouping up in the mid lane, moving that AD carry into mid to apply some more pressure.
Yeah, if they can get all 3 outer turrets down, that'll be pretty huge.
Yeah, they want to push out this wave at the bottom first, but they really, really need to actually start sieging and fast pushing towers. And the scary thing about this Jinx, and we've seen the Blood Boil Jinx combo used sometimes by teams. Jinx very popular with the CJ teams, and she's always that split pushing threat, especially when Space plays her.
Yeah. Oh wow, look at this. MKZ responding with 2 turrets of their own, top and bottom. And now they're going to try to go in. Oh, Awkwardson does miss. There's the tidal wave. They're going to try to trap Koa. Koa with the solar flare, but it's not going to be enough.
There's
a kill for MKZ. Teleport coming in. That's right. They're going to try to finish off Proxen. It looks like Zest will be able to do it. Turning now onto Bekio, who doesn't really have a lot of mobility. He will use his flash. That's it. Nice Aqua Prison from Violet. May help them disengage. Meanwhile, Mid King trying to force Toy away, but he may go down. Zest, though, gets the kill onto Bekio, and Toy will be able to finish off Mid King. There we go. So some nice kills coming in for Mook Secret after losing that bot lane and top lane turret.
And Godson going to take some more farm right here, try and push it all the way up into that tier 2. Not sure exactly how Mid King managed to kill Arc God in between the towers right there.
Crazy.
But here we go. Start of the fight. Good teleport coming in. Jax nowhere near enough to stop that. And unfortunately for Zest, his ultimate was down coming in. And this is where Arc God turns around. He underestimates, I think, the damage coming out of Mid King.
Wow,
also,
Mid King. Look at that.
Toy missed his spear, so just gets finished off by the Ignite. And then Godsung so barely missing the zap.
Nice plays from Mid King, but just didn't have enough health to finish that fight against Toy. Toy's Nidalee.
Toy actually completing a Zhonya's Hourglass first. Very surprising build from him, but
that's kind of odd.
It will allow him to get into the mixed and Cougar form a little bit better.
All right, MKZ pushing their lanes back, trying to get a little bit more board control.
Board control. Somebody's been playing too much Hearthstone.
I guess so. Well, PLL going to flash over the wall and actually confuse the heck out of Mook Secret for a moment. They're going to try to chase him. PLL on the run. The great Jax chase 2014. Violet coming to try to help out. Not close enough.
Yeah, got tagged with the Blade of the Ruin King at the end. Setting up the spear for Toy.
I kind of think of maps like game boards too, I suppose, but you're right. I have been playing a lot of Hearthstone. It's true.
Oh, and here's the push with the Blood Boil Jinx. This tower doesn't really have a lot of defense. There's the culling. Has to use it, but look how fast that damage goes down. The Blade of the Ruin King Shyvana, too, able to tap it really, really quickly.
So let me get this straight. Lucian goes, "Rrr," and then he starts shooting really fast. So the key to unlocking fast shooting is just yelling? Why doesn't he just yell all the time?
Yeah, well, he could with his passive, I suppose.
That's true.
Also, I understand if you're like lifting a really heavy weight or swinging a sword, but
there's an Aqua Prison on the Godsung, but they're going to try to counter-engage Tidal Wave as well. MKZ getting chased back now. Lots of turret damage on the Mid King, nearly finishing him off. They will get Eve. Violet in trouble. Bekio coming down to try to burst somebody. Arc God has to turn around. Italy Spear takes a chunk out of Bekio. but Koa getting extremely low. Betkyo gets the kill. Oh, Violet by getting taken out by Zest, but Zest the counter kill coming in from Mid King.
Probably don't want to jump in there.
I don't think so, no.
Before. PLL may just go ahead and get the red buff. Yeah, nobody's going to try and contest him on this one. They see what he's doing, but unfortunately they're not really in a position to stop it at the moment. Betkyo also going to take down the mid turret with the help of Mid King. So Zest, questionable decision making in that situation.
Yeah.
Nami had already used her ult. She was going to have to recall it because she was so low anyway, and it looks like they're going to lose a couple of objectives just because of Zest's overzealous engage.
Zestfully dead. He is now. About 45 seconds until Dragon comes up. It's been a pretty bloody back and forth game.
Yeah, it has been. And we'll see what they do in terms of setting up for this Dragon. MKZ looking like they want some control over the Baron pit right now. Maybe make a little bit of a question mark if they're actually going to be doing that Baron or not. It would be very early in the game.
Yeah, that would be a pretty early Baron. You think they could maybe trade it for Dragon, though? Fake out Mook Secret?
Negative.
Yeah, I don't think so. Okay, Mook Secret going in on Dragon. And so far, MKZ not looking like they're turning in on this. They're still pushing up that mid lane.
Yeah, they have a teleport advantage.
Yeah, they do.
And they may try and trade 2 tier 2s for this Dragon, which would be very smart.
I think they may be able to. Well, there's a Dragon going down really quickly. Mook Secret will be able to claim that quickly. And they will get the top lane tier 2 turret. Yeah, looks like they'll focus on that. Not really wanting to tangle with mid just yet.
Yeah, but they're going to lose a mid tier 1 because they actually they overcommitted to that in a big way by sending.
Whoa, Arcad.
Well, no, it's actually really good positioning from him because he's going to be able to zone them out and force them to walk the long way.
Long road.
Oh, I think they actually could have gotten some free hits down there, but they were worried about PLL split pushing.
Yeah, Secret got a little bit scared there.
I think Mook Secret could have just zoned it a little bit better had they had some more wards to just make sure they knew where the engage was coming from the flank and what the precise pathing of those players was going to be.
Right.
But they may be able to get it on the next wave all the same.
All right, well, trying to push ahead with that now is Mook Secret. The turret's still so low, and they should be able to finish it off. Not a lot can be done. There we go. Turret taken by Mook Secret. That's a big spear on the Mid King. There's a tidal wave for the disengage. They try to go in on him, but Violet with a nice response saves him. Oh, he takes the spear, though. And they may get the tier 2 off of this as well. Proxid coming in. It looks like PLL is going to jump onto Koa. Takes a lot of damage in response, though.
Yeah, PLL just eating a ton. Had to pop his ult there also. So how are they going to be able to defend this at this point? Heals coming in. And the really scary thing about this composition is when they're all together, the Nidalee Heal also giving Jinx more attack speed. So Blood Boil, the Primal Surge, and the minigun. That just shreds turrets so fast.
Yeah. I mean, if you can get any of the Leona Sunlight procs on that too, that is scary stuff for champion damage as well.
It's all about protecting this Jinx in the late game. And even though only 1, 1, and 3 so far, and we do see Jinx just building into a Phantom Dancer, so going for the hard carry items, they're confident. You know, I'm not sure this is the best decision because they don't have the best wave clear on this composition, so a static shiv,
yeah,
I think maybe a little bit better.
Would make a little bit more sense, wouldn't it?
For lane pushing. However, for team fighting, you gotta love that Phantom Dancer.
Oh yeah, of course. Does kind of give away what Mook Secret wants to do. I guess the secret's out now. I don't think that was their secret, though. We should just ask them. What's your secret, Mook Secret?
What's the secret to your dazzling League of Legends play?
Right. They're like, well, solo queue. No, they'll just say rotations.
It's always the secret, man, the rotations.
That's right. Rotations and wards. Oh, Violet's got to be careful.
And they're going to try collapse on Jax right here.
Yeah, they're going to try. Jax, though, trying to take out Zest. Zest pushes him back. Arcad is there with the slow from the snowball. You can call it the snowball. And the spear comes in. PLL flashes out of it. He's going to try to get to the turret, not making it. There's the kill. Zep gets it. Oh, but MKZ turning onto a Baron immediately. They do get spotted by the ward. Can they finish this in time?
I really don't think, even if they get Baron right here, they may just get killed in the pit. There's a teleport coming in.
Teleport, yep, that's right. MKZ in big trouble now. Koa coming in. There's a solar flare onto Proxen right away. Zeth on the outside. They do get the Baron. Proxen actually takes it. And now Mook Secret trying to get something out of MKZ on the way out, but MKZ disengaging okay for now. Becchio a little bit trapped though.
And here comes
This is so weird. This is so awkward. Violet trying to stay alive, Mid-King getting caught. And yeah, he's gonna get taken down fairly quickly. There's a kill for Toy. And there's another kill. Violet going down. And
PLL
MKZ
just teleported in.
Why would you do that?
No.
Double, well, he gets a double counter strike. They get the kill onto Koa.
Yeah, but Godsung's going to kill everybody.
Yeah, that's right. Becchio trying to kite as best as he could. It'd be an amazing play if he lives through this one. He's trying. Proxen coming back. Wow, he actually made it. Oh, it's a scary spear. Fear the spear, man.
Well, that was awkward.
That was very awkward, but woo!
It was a very awkward Baron call as well. I mean, MKZ keeps a gold lead here.
They do.
But again, the armor scaling against these champions, the only real hope you have of doing magic damage is going to be Jax, and even then it's not quite a lot. So everybody going to be able to build armor, and the later this game goes, and that Nunu going to be able to shut down the Jax. And let's see how they started out. They try and get that. They see a lot of ults are down, and they see that. So everybody's going to run all the way across the map. There's a teleport coming in from the side. Koa using base of the mountain on himself to try and get some extra damage there as he goes into the pit, but Zest gets focused down without his ult immediately. And try and keep Becchio around. Godsung attempting to get there. Toy just corralling them also with the spears from the backside of the pit. So that was some nice pathing by him to make this happen.
Yep. Then we do have that teleport coming in from Jackson just a moment after Mid-King dies. There it is.
Yes, I will teleport in 2v4.
I want to die twice in one fight.
This has never turned out poorly.
Yep. Well, he gets the kill into the support, and he's like, worth. All caps. I killed the support. Meanwhile, a little bit of action around where the dragon will be in about 10 seconds. Violet getting poked a little bit, but he's got those heals.
Becchio still has Baron.
He does. Kind of funny. All right, well, a fight over the Baron pit, or rather Dragon. Dragon is back. And who will get the edge here?
Well, with such a close gold total in this game, this Dragon is actually a very important objective at 27 minutes.
Yeah, definitely is.
And the Vision Wars, a little bit of poke. And it's really awkward, too, because both of these teams want to poke each other.
Tidal Wave, and actually they get the flank from Proxen, and there's a lot of damage. Toy getting extremely low. Zest comes in, gets knocked away immediately. They're going to get a kill for Becchio there. PLL in trouble. Arcgod trying to flash out. He goes down, and Koa and Godsung chased away. A double kill for Becchio, and they're going to turn onto this easy Dragon now.
Fantastic engage there from MKZ. The Evelyn flank alongside the Tidal Wave. Eve got the ult off onto the carries, and so that allowed actually a steal for Toy. Proxen was dead, so no smite there, and that was the biggest burst coming in. So, wow, huge steal.
Not bad at all. They needed that Dragon. They got it. His name may be Toy, but playtime is over. Sounds like a line for a tagline for an action movie, starring a guy named Toy.
Playtime is over.
Playtime is over. That's right.
Well, that'll be your first action movie, Daw, that you direct.
Oh yeah, I can do that.
As a worse director than Michael Bay, like we talked about earlier.
Yeah, great fight scene in a McDonald's, and at the end, like all the bad guys are like laying like dead in the McDonald's, and Toy walks out, and as he's about to leave the door, he turns around and goes, "Thanks for the Happy Meal."
I look forward to your film. It's your glorious film career, Daw.
It's gonna be so great. Nothing like snappy taglines. But see, why deliver a snappy tagline if all the villains are dead already? They can't hear it.
You do it for your own edification, dude.
It's true. It makes me feel a little bit better about murdering like 5 people. You're like, well, at least I got in a snappy tagline at the end there.
That's what you do in solo queue too, don't you? Even though nobody
true.
can hear you, just sit at your computer after a pentakill and you come up with something witty to say it to yourself and giggle.
I keep a pair of sunglasses next to my mouse so I can put them on as I do it. Yep. So I take the sunglasses off right away because I can't see anything. But it's the thought that counts.
Is it?
Totally. Yeah. By saying it's the thought that counts, is that just like saying that the ends justify the means? Or the means justify the ends? I don't know.
I think it entirely depends on the situation.
I never took logic. Did you take logic?
No, I didn't.
Oh, really? I would have pegged you as a logic class taker in university. You know, in between your polo matches.
Gotta take logic.
That's right.
Talk about Aristotle.
Right. All the other logic guys, like Plato, Cicero, you know?
You don't even know the history of logic, though.
No, I have no idea.
Stop saying Greek and Roman names before you embarrass
like,
yourself further.
Julius Caesar, the greatest Greek. Logic guy of them all. It was really Socrates, I believe, that said, I'm here to chew gum and kick ass, and I'm all out of gum. I think that was Socrates.
Yes, Socrates.
That's right. It was a great
the great action hero. Duke Nukem, eat your heart out.
That's right. Ah, yes. Yep.
You just made the one classics major that watches our broadcast so sad, Noah.
So beautiful. And then I walked out of the door and said, "Thanks for the happy meal."
Oh, here we go.
That's right. Nice flank from Proxen coming in, and they're going to try to continue that with Mid King a little bit. Where's the tidal wave? It was used already. PLL in the middle of everything. He gets the kill onto Jinx. It's so big, and MKZ going to bulldoze their way down the mid lane. Zest got in the back lines, but he's all on his own. A double kill from Becchio, a triple kill from Becchio, and they're going to be able to get that mid lane turret.
And the Baron. Great timing.
Yeah.
For them, right as the Baron comes up. Another really good flank engage from Proxen. The coordination in these team fights from MKZ is impressive. And of course, we expect that from
a lot of veterans on this team.
These veterans, but it's impressive that Proxen, a brand new player, has been this well coordinated.
Yep. Yeah, his flanks have been extremely good. Really, Proxen and Violet have worked as a very good duo this game.
He's been picked off a few times this game. He's had some errors on the map, but in the last two team fights, he's been doing exactly what he should have done.
Yeah, it's given MKZ a
Look
nice
at this timing, too. With the teleport right there alongside Zest, just slightly too late. He also had a very poor teleport location.
Yeah.
Just wasn't close enough. And look at this. Proxen just harassing from the side right there after getting the Evelyn slowdown and then also the tidal wave. And Zest has to run so far to get into this. By the time he gets in there, it's way too late.
Oh, it's a double kill for PLL. Yeah.
They're so... It's so easy to collapse on this Shyvana because everybody else has been killed or pushed out of the engage already.
Yep. Well, a 5,000 gold lead now about for MKZ. And where will they take this lead? They have that Baron buff, and now really the map is theirs. They can take some time. They can push up the lanes, take over the enemy jungle, and start that slow constriction of Mook Secret.
Yeah. They should be grouping up and sieging a bit more actively here. They're going to go after the last remaining tier 2 in the bottom lane and see if they can force it further. Thornmail is done on Zest now, however, so that may make things slightly more difficult.
And that will make him a little bit more dangerous in team fights, definitely.
As Jax is in his prime now, however.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, has the Trinity Force, has the Blade. And that turret, a little bit low. The anti-siege, pretty strong, though, from Mook Secret between Jinx and Nami. You have to be aware of the solar flare. I did not mean that for that to rhyme.
Aware of the flare?
Aware of the flare. Beware the flare. Whoa, Mid King.
It's okay.
Beware the spear, too. Fear the spear, beware the flare.
You're really on fire tonight.
Yep. I know, right?
Okay. Patient game right now. And the poke very strong for both of these teams, and they're trying to just clear out some wards on the flank, make them fear Jax and Evelyn coming from the side.
Yeah.
A little bit more.
Some also Mark got a problem though too. You don't want to fall to the ball.
No, definitely not. Oh.
Becchio getting really close there.
Proxen is set up.
I've seen this one before.
I know how this ends, though.
That's right. I've seen this episode. This is the one where Violet leads into a tidal wave, and then Proxen uses Agony's Embrace.
They don't technically know
awkward.
that Eve is there, but they should strongly be suspecting.
Oh, yeah. They should totally know. They should suspect. PLL coming in. There we go. There's the tidal wave. There's the Agony's Embrace, and they immediately kill Jinx. MKZ looking fantastic. A kill does come in for Art God Zest. Caught by enemy lines again, but they will trade carry for carry and support and top laner, and they will push. They took that bot lane turret so fast, they're going to take the bot lane inhibitor turret. They should be able to get the inhibitor as well. They will easily. And MKZ, these team fights, Mook Secret just cannot handle these team fights.
Well, that's one of the primary issues with Jinx is that when her flash is down, you're very vulnerable. And the setup has just been beautiful because you see Violet targeting that tidal wave. And then to make sure that Godson can't run out, that's when Eve hits with the Agony's Embrace. So slowed down right there, ensures that the tidal wave hits. Of course, Jackson there with the counter-strike as well. Very good burst coming down onto Jinx.
Yeah.
But her flash is going to be up for the next fight, and that may change things.
Yep, should be, but is it too late to change things? They already lost an inhibitor. The lanes are all pushing in MKZ's favor.
Well, the scary thing about the Jinx with Blood Boil and Primal Surge is that, yes, you can be behind, but if you get aced, Jinx could just end the game because of how fast she can push. It is really, really scary.
Yeah, if you lose like a team fight in the base or something like that, Jinx can come back and just own you.
Even if she dodges the ult combo and you can't lock her down and she starts to pick up kills, she's going to just reset her passive over and over and over again and chase you out of the fight. So
yeah,
you still have to take this Jinx really seriously.
Definitely do. I feel like I've seen some North America team with this late game Jinx that comes back every once in a while and just crushes whole teams. I don't know if you're familiar with this, but I've seen it in NA before.
Yeah, it's happened a lot of times. A lot of teams. Jinx less popular now with the rise of Lucian and Twitch.
Right. Sure. Well, MKZ trying to start the final push here. They do have PLL split pushing, of course, but good wave here from Mook Secret, so the split push will take a little while. Baron buff is down now for MKZ.
Yeah, they're probably going to wait for the next Baron, honestly.
Yeah, you really have to be afraid of the counter engage from Mook Secret, and the poke as well.
Well, you also can't flank in their base unless you walk all the way through that bottom lane that is now devoid of a turret. So I think better just to keep the pressure on as much as you can, keep split pushing until the Baron comes up, and then try and Baron bait.
You know, the thing is Mook Secret knows this. They have those pink wards down at the entrance of the bot lane to see if Evelyn tries to sneak in there for a flank too.
It's a really good observation, Doa.
It's important. That's really the only way they can flank, so yeah, you got to cover that. All right, MKZ regrouping a little bit. In the mid, again with PLL split pushing in top. And I think we're going to kind of see this process repeated for a while.
Well, the big timing is MKZ. They need to get vision control over Baron right as it spawns, bait it out, win the fight, draw somebody into that jungle corridor.
30 seconds
where
remaining.
They can really use the AoE CC that they have effectively. So they're going to want to fight in one of those choke points through the jungle on the way to Baron.
A nice poke from Mid King. I've heard he's the best this game.
He is the best. His team has declared it.
Mid King is the best. LOL. Well, got some taking some poke there, but able to sustain up almost instantly.
All right, everybody funneling back
Here
now
we go.
as the Baron is about to spawn.
Yeah, and will MKZ just start
pink
this?
Wards, that's unfortunate.
All right, there we go. They're just going to start it. Will Mook Secret contest this? Baron going down extremely slow. They're not even going to get there in time. Yeah, Easy Baron for MKZ. And ArcGod, they may catch him. There's the slow. They get the flash. Will they catch him? Tidal Wave over the top. PLL stop, though, by the traps from Jinx.
Yeah, perfect traps right there to make that happen.
Needed to save ArcGod that way.
Yeah, the Baron still goes over, and that does mean they're going to have a hard time stopping this, although only one more super minion wave.
Oh, Inhibitor's back, too.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Yeah. Not bad.
Not bad at all.
All right, well, Mook Secret in dire straits here. They're going to come in. There's a teleport got canceled because the turret did die. Now they're going to keep chasing PLL, trying to get in the back lines. He will have to flash away, but there's a flash Agony's Embrace coming in from Proxen, slowing a lot of members. Enough to take out Koa. Maybe so low he manages to live, but they still will get the inhibitor. So overall, a successful push, and that Baron buff will enable MKZ to heal up again. They're going to get this turret in the mid lane. Coming in, Koa gets kicked away. Zest in trouble. Going to go down, and PLL just being a nightmare in the back line. They will take down Godsung, and that is going to be about it. Double kill now coming in for Becchio, and MKZ should be able to finish things off. It looks like ArcGod just a little bit too low. That despite losing PLL, MKZ in good shape. Violet does take some hits. They're going to try to close it off right here, and they will be able to. Toy's not able to do enough damage, or Toy rather. There goes the Nexus. So we will get the MKZ versus I'm number 2 grudge match. It's going to be a good one.
It's going to be next, too.
Oh, boy.
So that should be fun. MKZ, I think, really just showing their better